Welcome. I'm Kurt Schweiger for CDSB Ghost Chaser with a conversation with Sarah Karloff. And welcome, Sarah.
Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me to join you today.
Oh, it's my honor. Plus, I want to say thank you for inviting me into your living room and letting me do this video. I appreciate it. And also, I want to thank you for the many years of keeping your dad's legacy alive and going strong. I appreciate it. And for the millions of fans out there, I'm sure they're very thankful, and they,
Well, it's the fans who have kept his legacy alive. They've done that. They continue to do that with great
uh,
enthusiasm and great honor and great courtesy.
yes, he was a great man. Um, when we were talking last, we were talking about your dad's, how he left England. We know he was born in England, left England when he was 21, went to British Columbia, worked there for 10 years. We covered that. And we were talking about his achievements, which he has many. We were talking about he had three stamps was usually reserved for presidents, which was great. We were talking about the comic book. And I was wanted to talk with you, how was it though, Sarah, living with a legend as a your dad being a legend? I mean, how was that?
He wasn't a legacy at home. He was my father at home. He was not a legacy at all. He was a very humble, um, sweet man. He was a very good listener. He was very articulate, although he was a good listener. He was a lovely, lovely human being, a very well-educated British gentleman. He had been educated in England for the consular service. He was the youngest of 9 children, 7 years the youngest. And he decided he did not want to be educated. He did not want to go into the consular service. He wanted to be an actor. So when he reached the age of 21, he flipped a coin but between British Columbia and Australia. It showed you how much he knew about the theater business. And British Columbia won, and so he got on board of a ship at age 21 and sailed to British Columbia. He thought he had a job with a farmer there, and the farmer didn't know anything about his arrival, but he was kind enough to let him sleep in the barn and gave him a job. My father worked for the farmer for several years, actually, um, while he waited for a chance to do some auditions, and he finally got some auditions with a repertory theater group. Ultimately, my father spent 10 years in British Columbia. He worked with three repertory theater groups, building sets, painting sets, working with the British Columbia railroad system, sometimes getting paid, sometimes not, sometimes eating, sometimes not. But he learned his craft. He had never set foot on a stage before. He never had an acting lesson, but it was his great, great lifelong passion to become an actor. So he he told the story on himself that his salary was $30 a week when he first stepped foot on a stage in British Columbia, and it was $15 a week when he stepped off the stage for the first time, because it was abundantly clear he had never stepped foot on a stage before. But at least he had a job, and he pursued it with great passion. And he just loved what he did. He was a quick learner. As I said, he worked for three repertory theater groups over a period of 10 years in British Columbia before he made his way down to California ultimately. And it was his intention to remain in the theater, but he ultimately did an audition for a film and he got the part, and that set him off on his film career.
Yeah.
But
Uh, oh, I'm sorry, Sarah.
go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying that how much Frankenstein influenced me. I don't know if it was Frankenstein or your dad's interpretation of the monster, but I never forgot certain scenes of the film. It was like on a summer day, and they used to have the matinee theaters on a Saturday afternoon. I just happened to be sitting in my living room, and there come Frankenstein on, right? So I started watching it, and it was, it wasn't scary to me. It wasn't a scary film to me, a horror film or anything to me. It meant more to me in other ways. I don't know. It just didn't scare me at all. It was just, and there's certain parts of the film I will never forget. Like the at the lake with the little girl, and when the people were chasing him, the townspeople with their torches. I felt so sorry for him. I wish I could have been there and smacked him in the mouth and helped him. You know, but that, I mean, your dad's film career and the films that he made, you can just imagine his determination and how his passion for what he wanted to do, and you can see it in his films. I'm just beginning to scratch the surface on your dad's films because I want to dig in before Frankenstein. You know what I mean? I want to dig in and start watching before Frankenstein. Not that I'm going to look past Frankenstein, but I want to see some of them earlier films. I've just started to scratch the surface. I love The Raven, and I love The Mummy, and of course, I love the three Frankenstein movies. I love them, and I'm starting to dig the surface and some of them older films that he did before Frankenstein. I was going to ask you too, Sarah, that I wrote a couple of books myself. Well, I have written several books, but I wrote two books entitled Angels, Demons, and Strange Experiences, Part One, Part Two. Now, I was going to ask you, have you ever had any strange experiences in your life that still resonates to this day that you can't forget about? Something either paranormal or some kind of a strange experience?
I think we all have had strange experiences. If
Yeah.
you live to be as old as I am, and I'm as old as dirt or older than dirt,
No, I'm
um,
right there with you. I'm getting up there. Believe me.
well, not up here.
I'm
Um,
I'm here. But no, have you had any I mean just one or two,
paranormal,
yeah,
paranormal. I don't think real paranormal. Actually, I used to have um, nightmares or dreams that somebody had come and was sitting on the foot of my bed. And I mean, I couldn't I didn't dare move, I didn't dare open my eyes, and I was absolutely convinced that someone was sitting on the foot of my bed, and it absolutely terrified me. And a friend of mine, actually, you've met him, Steve,
yeah,
said, you manage that by just telling them they're not welcome. They're not there to do any harm, obviously, or they would have. So you just tell them to please leave, and they're not welcome, and to go
right.
away. And they're simply not welcome in your home.
Yeah.
And I tried that, and I'd had that dream or nightmare or experience. I mean, I really felt the bed indented, and I was convinced. And I tried that a couple of times and it worked. And I haven't had that dream or nightmare since. So
Yeah,
I
that
don't know that
works.
that's a paranormal experience or not, but I have to say it has given me more peaceful sleep, more peace of mind, and it worked. And it was a very peaceful conversation with whoever I thought was sitting on my bed. I just told them to please go away and they weren't welcome in my home and to please leave. And I never had that dream again.
Yeah,
And
yep.
I'm not a disbeliever, but I'm not a great advocate, or nor am I knowledgeable in that area. But I must say, I've always been very grateful to my friend Steve, who told me that was the way to handle it, and it seems to have handled it just fine for me.
Yeah, I've had many paranormal experiences or strange experiences as a child and as an adult doing these paranormal investigations. And oh, I could tell you some stories, Sarah, you would not believe.
Which too, I'm a coward.
I could tell you some things that I've seen in graveyards and all in other places, and I have them, on my YouTube channel there, where I do investigations, and I'll tell you, there's a lot of things out there. I think I've ran into Bigfoot, several things. But yeah, that was definitely a paranormal, uh, maybe visitation or maybe, and you did the right thing by telling me you're not welcome here, though. That's exactly what you should do. They'll leave.
Well, whatever it was, it rid me of this very uncomfortable dream or sensation that I'd had over and over and over again. So I was very blessed by the advice I got. So,
That was good advice
but
Steve gave you.
it's a very badly kept secret that I don't like scary movies. So it's very bad casting me as my father's daughter because I don't like scary movies. I don't like to be discomforted. One time I licensed a haunted house in Salem, Massachusetts, and of course I was expected to go through it and experience it and et cetera. And I said, no, I think I'd rather go through it during the daylight with all the lights on, et cetera. And the employees can be there, the staff can be there. But let me assure you, one of them jumps out and touches me, they're fired. I am such a wuss.
I tell you, Salem, Massachusetts has got a lot of things going on down there. That's my daughter wants to go there,
To
where the
Salem, oh,
where the
I
witch trials were.
I visited it and I held someone's hand the whole time I was there because I am such a sissy.
Oh, Sarah, I don't know. It's so I'm so glad we're having this conversation. And it's just because it's like one of those things. I'm like gonna be 63, so it's one of those things that's on my bucket list to do. I said, well, I didn't meet Boris Karloff. I'm gonna talk and have a conversation with his daughter, and I
Oh, I'm
come to
so
know
glad
you.
that you did.
Me too. And I come to know you through, keeping your legacy's father going, and you're so
That's the
kind.
fans that do that. That's the fans that do that. They do
Yeah,
such a
and
loving job of it too.
yeah, and you're so kind and gracious to take my phone calls, and I probably was a pain in the but I feel like I'm like in touch with your dad in that way where I have that kind of that people told me you're not gonna write books, you're not gonna do you know what? I kept going. I kept going and I kept going until I got my books out there and now I'm doing several different I want to do a movie. I hope to do a
Good
movie
for
maybe.
you. Do it.
I'm gonna work on that. And but it's such a I feel so proud to have met you and talk with you and have this conversation and you know and I'm trying to keep it light, but I try to start getting deep again, you know. But anyway, I was going to ask you about your father. Did he? I drink a lot of coffee. You know what I mean? I drink a lot of coffee, especially in the morning and stuff.
Oh, well, I license a wonderful coffee. It's
Yeah,
called Boris Karloff Coffee, and
I
it's
was
wonderful. And
I
it's
was
put
gonna
out by a wonderful young woman called Dominic Benedict. And it's just delicious coffee. So you have to look for it online, please.
I will. I was gonna ask you because didn't your dad have his own brand of coffee way back years
No, he
ago?
has it out now. We have it out now. So
Definitely.
look online for it, please.
I will definitely be searching that out, no
It's
question.
delicious.
I will are you drink a coffee drinker?
Certainly.
I I will definitely search it out. I will get some coffee because I love my coffee, and I think coffee is good for you. And you can tell I probably had 15 cups for waiting to talk with you today. But I don't know.
It
I get
only
that.
takes one cup to talk to me.
I know. But anyway, at least we got it done, Sarah. I'm so, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have got this far. But I did go check the StreamYard thing again, and they said it's not on me, it's on them. So whatever they're doing, some kind of technical deal, which I never had. I do a sports channel. I have a UFL Fandens channel where I cover the United States Football League. So I've had, plenty of people on there, Zach Kyleman, James Shiver, coaches and stuff like that, have never had a problem like that, not whatsoever. That was the first time I ever had a problem like that. But
That's
um,
okay. We overcame it.
we overcame
Thanks,
it. We got through it. Thanks to Steve and thanks to
thanks
you.
to Steve Simpson.
Yep, I know it. Thank you, Steve. I was going to ask you what's on the agenda for you in the near future, Sarah?
I'm going to be doing a show I do every year in Parsippany, New Jersey called Chiller Theater. It's a wonderful show. It's a large show. They have one of everything there. They have the latest in casts from the latest television shows or film shoots. They have they have a huge dealer's room. They have wonderful guests from every type of entertainment area there is. And it's held in the Parsippany Hilton. And this year it's the weekend just before Halloween. And I encourage everybody from all over the New Jersey area and the New York area or further than that to attend it. I've done it for 25 years. So it's really a lot of fun. It starts Friday night before Halloween weekend, and it starts, I believe, at 5 o'clock, runs till 11 Friday, and then starts at 10 o'clock on Saturday and runs to 6, and then on Sunday it starts at 11 and runs to 5. And it's really a great show. It has something for everybody, and I'll be there the whole time.
Sounds great, Sarah. Yeah, maybe we can do part two of this interview when that comic book comes out. I'm definitely gonna get a copy of that
Oh,
comic book.
yes, Legendary Comics has put out a wonderful new book on on Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, and Cary Gamble is the artist, and he has captured my father's likeness as the creature. So it's just a magnificent um, art. The artwork is superb, and it follows Mary Shelley's storyline much closer than the film ever did. And it's coming out the 22nd of October. And please, it'll be on Amazon. It'll be all over the place. And it's Legendary Comics, and it's just they've done the most wonderful job with this book. And I really suggest everybody pick up a copy of it. I'll be at Chiller signing them. I can, through my webpage, you can acquire them. My webpage is www.karloff.com. And my email is karloff@karloff.com. They made it simple so I'd remember it, and I'd be glad to sign copies of it. It's really a terrific book. It's Mary Shelley's Frankenstein with my father as the creature, and the artwork is superb. The story, of course, is Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, and it's just a lovely story.
I'm
So
definitely
I
gonna
would
get a
encourage
copy.
everyone to pick up a copy.
Oh yeah, I'm
And
definitely
those
gonna.
of you who are listening who are in California, On November 9th, I'm doing a signing of the book at Dark Delicacies shop in Burbank, California, from 1 to 3 at Dark Delicacies in Burbank, California, on November
Definitely,
9th.
definitely gonna get a copy, Sarah. And
Okay.
I'm gonna read it. I know I've seen little bits and pieces on YouTube videos of the artwork and stuff. The artwork looks excellent.
Oh, it's outstanding. How Carrie ever captured my father's excuse me, my father's likeness in that wardrobe and in all that long scraggly hair and
Yeah,
everything. It's remarkable, and all the different poses and positions. He captured my father's face as himself in that character. It's pure genius. So I encourage everyone to pick up a copy of it. I think it's on the market for $29.99 or something like that. It's a real bargain.
definitely. If you're a fan of Boris Karloff, man, you've got to have that
Or
kind of,
Frankenstein, or
or
Mary Shelley,
Frankenstein,
or
or
Carrie
Mary
Gamble's
Shelley.
artwork.
Right. Well, Sarah, I'm probably gonna, you know what I'm gonna be doing here probably. I usually do something towards Halloween. I usually do like sights and sounds of Halloween. So maybe I got to get that StreamYard straightened out because I want to have you on maybe a weekly or monthly guest, you know what I mean? So we can talk on ghostly things, different things.
That would be lovely. And I'd also like to talk about the Grinch
Oh,
over the
yeah.
Christmas holiday. I'd
Yes,
love to
yes.
talk about the Grinch.
Yes, I would love to
And
too.
some of
Yep.
my father's other films, like King of the Congo, which was one of my father's early films. He did it in 1929, and it was it was the first talking serial, and it was done in 10 chapters. It's a wonderfully restored film by a friend of mine, Eric Grayson, and it is just superb. And it's now out in DVD, and I'll have those for sale also at Chiller, but they can also be purchased over Amazon. And that's a gem, an absolute gem. It took Eric 4 years to put this together from bits and pieces he found all over the country. And my father is the star and villain in it. Surprise, surprise. But it's a wonderful film called King of the Congo.
Oh, yeah. I definitely got to get a copy. I hope I don't get a coughing spells. Forgive me, Sarah. But anyway,
Okay, well, let's talk about the Grinch at Christmas time.
all right. Yes, we will. We will do that at Christmas time. It sounds wonderful. We'll do that. What I'm doing right now is I'm starting to get back into this. I get your dad's films. I buy them in sections, like 5 or 10 of them at a time, and I try to. Yeah, I mean, he's got so many films out there. I got to buy 5 or 6 at a time, and where I can find, I either get them at Amazon or I look all over the place to try to find them. But they're
He made
hard. Some of,
167 films.
yeah, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
a lot of films.
That's a lot of work right there. And plus, you said he did radio. Um,
He
you know,
did, and he starred on Broadway in 5 plays. He was nominated for a Tony for his work in The Lark opposite Julie Harris. And then he won a Grammy for The Grinch. So he did a huge body of radio work. He also did 20 some albums of children's recordings, Hans Christian Andersen and Rudyard Kipling. And we're trying to put together a project to animate those, which
wow,
would
that
be
would
a
be awesome.
wonderful thing.
That would be awesome, Sarah, to do that.
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Yes, yeah, it would. I would
Tell
love
Harper
that.
Collins that, would you please?
Yes, I will. Well, anyway,
Okay.
Sarah, I'm gonna let you go because I know I've been a pain in your butt enough, but thank you. Thank you for,
Thank you for having me as a guest, and I look forward to doing this again with you.
oh, me too. And I'm looking forward to the Grinch thing. I'm gonna have a good time. I'll have Christmas stuff up. I got Halloween stuff outside now, but I'm way upstairs. I'm in my office where I'm trying to do work in here, and I don't have my glasses on. My eyeballs are probably bugging out of my head. But anyway,
No, they're not, I can assure you.
oh, Sarah, I tell you, it's just been recent years that the reading, reading of books and stuff like that is a pain in the butt. I can't read anymore. I said either the print is getting smaller or my eyes are getting messed up. But anyway, I can see really good driving. I can see good when it comes to reading or something like that. Wow, man, they just go right out on me. But
Huh?
but Sarah,
Well,
this has been so fun. And I'm telling you right
it
now, I
has
want to,
been fun indeed.
yes, yes, and I want to do it again, Sarah. I want to do it with the Grinch at Christmas time. And in October, a little bit later in October, I'll get a hold of you and I'm gonna get a copy of that Mary Shelley's that comic book there.
Please
I can't.
do. Please
I
do.
will. I will. We'll go through it picture by picture because I know from some of the pictures that I've seen, the artwork is amazing.
It is, and the story, of course, is Mary Shelley's. You can't beat that, and it's very hard to believe she was 16 years old when she wrote it.
Wow, you know what I mean? I know it. That's something else. And it stayed here along all this time. And she wrote it when she was 16 years old. Unbelievable. And it's still around to this day.
That's
And
right.
yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you too, because a lot of these kids today, they think thriller movies are about blood and guts and splatter and all this stuff. But the real classics are with your dad, Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing, and them guys. They don't. The kids, young kids today, they don't even know, what a really good movie is or a thriller movie. They don't know. They think it's like split whatever these movies are on today, which I don't watch them. Can't watch them anymore. They're too much sex and stuff in them. I think it's just ridiculous. It is. But anyway, I better let you go. I took enough of your time, Sarah, but I feel like your family. I love you. I've come to know
Thank
you,
you so much.
and I love you, Sarah. And I thanks to Steve. Tell Steve I thank you very much for putting up with me because I'm
No, I'm
just that.
not putting up with you. I'm enjoying you. And I look forward to doing this again very soon. Now, do we
Oh
know what button to push?
no, I don't, Sarah. Do you?
No.
It
Steve,
says,
we have to push a button.
all right. This is Kurt Schweiger from CDSP Ghost Chaser, and this is Sarah Karloff, the wonderful, beautiful Sarah Karloff. And we've had a beautiful meeting. Thanks to Steve and her, we've accomplished this. But we can't find the shut off button.
Now
And
we
we
have
will
to find the shut off button.
we are having
Steve, what
technical
do we
difficulties.
push? Oh, I think he's walking his dog. I think he's
Oh
walking
no.
his dog. Ah,
It says, oh
there
Sarah,
should
do
be
we
something there that says off or
it says
or
it says
stop
uh
record. Stop
yeah,
recording.
it says okay. It says this meeting is being
Stop.
recorded.
I bet it says stop recording.
Uh I'm looking. I am
Where did it
looking
say record or start recording?
right right up here, then it says okay.
No, I don't think so.
It says leave.
Leave meeting.
All right, are you ready, Sarah, to leave meeting?
Yep, leave meeting.
All right,
Bye.
all right, bye. Love you, Sarah. We'll
Love
do this
you.
late October and in Christmas.
Okay, deal. Yeah, we don't know how to get off the meeting. Oh, he did. It said leave meeting and he did. I said, oh my goodness, I think he's walking his dog.
Okay.
Yep, it went fine. Oh, I can't imagine that going.
Well, welcome to CDSP Ghost Chaser Live, and I have a very special guest on today, actor, director, narrator, Kevin THEIS. Welcome, Kevin.
How you doing? Great to be here.
All right, I made my introduce you. Did you hear me okay, Kevin?
I hear you great. Yeah,
All right,
all
good.
good.
So you have over 200 audiobooks to your credit. I mean, do you have a favorite? I mean, is there a favorite? Is there any stories that go along with making all them audiobooks or?
Yeah, I started doing audiobooks when I recorded my own book. I wrote a book called Confessions of a Transylvanian, a story of sex, drugs, and Rocky Horror. And it's about doing the Rocky Horror Picture Show back in the early 1980s when I was a teenager. It's a true story. I wrote it with my friend Ron Fox, and it came out in 2012, and I decided to turn into an audiobook in like 2014 or something. And it was the first audiobook that I ever did. So that's one of my favorites because it was the first one.
Awesome. I know you were in theater a lot and
Yeah.
do Shakespeare, and so was acting and drama and theater, was that always your passion or?
Yeah. My father was an actor, stage actor. He did some television commercials and stuff when I was a kid, but mostly stage stuff. And so it's in the blood. I got the bug when I was very, very young, and I was acting all through high school. I got a degree in college in theater and directing, and I moved to Chicago in the 80s, and I've been working here as an actor ever since.
Well, you do a wonderful job. I know we did 3 audiobooks together. We did the
Hmm.
collection of poetry, we did the in the Clover Forest, and the Angels, Demons, and Strange Experiences audiobook. And I'm telling you, I couldn't have got a better narrator because everybody compliments me on them. They're just wonderful books, especially now with St. Patrick's Day coming on in the Clover Forest. Man,
Yeah.
I got uh, awesome job, and the accent was cool, man. It was awesome. I loved it.
Thanks.
It, it worked
Thanks.
fine for it. Yeah, and I have some videos here of some of the videos that we did for that audio book, and
Yep.
but I mean, where can the viewers find you, Kevin? I mean, I know through social media, and I know you know you have a website, you have the your Facebook page.
Hmm.
So where can the
Yeah,
people find you?
I have a website for my company. I run an audiobook company here in Chicago, and it's fortraphael.com. It's Raphael like the painter, Raphael, fortraphael.com. And I offer classes in audiobooks. If you want to see if you want to maybe have a career in audiobooks, I can teach you how to do that. I help people with self-publishing. I hire narrators to perform books for my company. Um, we coach people on voiceovers. We create voiceover demos for actors, and we can help you publish your own book. If you have a book of your own that you're looking to get out and you've never done that sort of thing before, we take care of all the busy stuff. If you just give us the manuscript, and we'll give you a book. We'll actually design the cover and give you an ISBN, and you'll be on every retail website in the world.
That is awesome. I was gonna say I'm
It's pretty
working on a
cool.
book. Yeah, I'm working on a short story right now. Maybe we could work together on
All
it.
right.
I'm almost finished with it. It's called Ghost Kids, right? Let me get you a little
Excellent.
intro into it, see what you think. Well, it starts off in 17th century England, in the England countryside. There's 4 teenagers they always hang together. They have wealthy parents. They have a mansion, land, and they're always getting in trouble though. And this is the early 1700s in the English countryside. Well, they always would go to the store at night, usually just before dusk, or to get dinner. They would go into town on a horse and buggy to get dinner for their mother, and they asked her this at this time to go in. It actually got too dark; they couldn't see. The horse stumbled. They went over this huge cliff basin into the ocean. They passed away. Uh, they float across the ocean, which is, I know it's reaching out there. I know it's reaching out there, but they float across the ocean. They wake up in modern day America, New York City. They're walking around with period 17th century clothing on, and no one can see them. No one can see them until they get to this very little graveyard, and the caretaker can see them. So I don't want to say any more, but it goes on from there. It's pretty cool. But I, some of my favorite books. Do you have any favorite audiobooks of some of yours that you have done?
Yeah, I love science fiction myself. So I did all of H.G. Wells' science fiction books. They're commonly known as the scientific romances, but you know them all. It's The Invisible Man, War of the Worlds, The Island of Dr. Moreau, and The Time Machine. And those are really fun because I did music and sound effects. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hey, sorry about that.
How you doing, Kevin?
Bumped
Man?
out for some reason.
I don't know what went on there.
I'm
That's
good.
strange. That is strange. But some of my favorites were The Time Machine was wonderful. I loved it, and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, I believe you did, and
That's
some
a
of my
fun
favorite
one.
ones that you mentioned. But I mean, I
Mhm.
have some from In the Clover Forest videos here that I actually put together. I did them all myself, so I don't know if we can check them out, check them, see if you want them, check them out and see what you think.
Leprechaun. I
I've
hear
seen a
no
couple of them, I'm
small
sure.
voices, no footsteps in the garden, no streams of green, no rainbow over the hill away as I walk along the stone path. I can hear no little ones laugh. Where are you, leprechaun? Why have you gone away? I'll see you next year, if you can come out to play. To be continued.
Awesome, Kevin. What do you think, man?
That's great. That's great. I love it. Yeah, you're right. Especially this time of year, right?
Right. Uh, there's another one here. This one's called. Remember, you did one for me called Shamrock Luck.
I carry a shamrock in my pocket, a red-haired lass, faded picture in a locket. Now, I'm too old to ride the rail like I did in the old days, but my memory will stay with me always. And all this green, I guess I'm stuck with shamrock luck. And sometimes I feel so old, always searching for that pot of gold. Looking back, I'm thankful much to be sprinkled with all that shamrock luck.
I really like that one. I like that one. That was pretty good. The accent was awesome. You know what I mean? The accent was just cool. And then in the Clover Forest, there was one here.
That's a great
The
one.
Clover Forest.
It's funny,
In the Clover Forest lived a little
have you
old
ever been to
man.
Ireland?
He waited
I've
and
never been to
waited,
Ireland,
but
Kevin.
never found his pot of gold.
But
There was a
the
river
accent is wonderful.
flowing
I love
bright
it.
green, and the greenest fields I've ever seen. Flowers blew in the wind. The birds' song echoes through the trees. The clover fields would toss and sway. The rainbows would fill the sky all day. In the Clover Forest on this St. Patrick's Day.
Cool. Cool or what, Kevin, man? You did a wonderful job on them. I got a couple more here I wanted to show you. This one I remember. I don't know if you remember it or not. Emerald Heart.
Heart. An old Celtic cross hangs on the wall as a warm spring breeze blows the waves to the shore and the leaves are almost gone from the fall before. A new season is ready to start and brighten this old emerald heart. A herd of sheep graze in green fields away. Local fishermen will bring in their catch all day. Another bright day turns to dark. Life continues on for this old emerald heart.
One more here, I think. Let me get you.
Oh my word! Where'd you
Fritz?
find that?
Still in the Oscar Benbeck business, I take it.
Not for a long time, no.
The pickup truck. You know all about it.
Pickup.
Yeah?
Fritz, look, we're going to give you the benefit of the doubt here, okay? You didn't know he was going to give it to his crew to try and take out a couple of cops. Now that you do know that, it's probably best you wake up a little bit before the full force of the CPD comes down on your ass.
I wasn't.
Bring back some memories, Kevin.
Okay. Let me just talk to my guy who was here. He's not working today.
Sooner than later.
Yeah.
Hey, sooner than later.
Okay. Yeah. License and registration.
What's the problem, officer?
The problem right now is you leaning over and talking to me. License and registration.
That was good.
About a mile back, you made an illegal left turn.
No, he didn't.
Ma'am, there was a sign. Now sit back in your seat and stop yelling.
Jerk.
Sir.
Do not make a move.
Officer!
And you, not a sound. My brother died because he was homeless and poor. If he had been a firefighter or a banker, they would have found a way to save him. It was recorded on cell phone.
Chief, give me one more minute to go back in there.
Oh, it's over. No more minutes.
He could be alive. Chief, I can get
Enough! Even his own men wanted to go back in and save my brother's life. But the chief on the scene, Wallace Bowden, said no. Well, there's ways of putting a horse down, make it look natural, like colic. Trick the insurance company.
And you know how to do this?
Well, it's not exactly humane, but you'll get the job done. It's just a matter of price. I don't mean to impose, but do you have lunch plans?
I'm about to step into a meeting right now, but if you call my assistant and put something in the books.
Well, you don't have any meetings this weekend, do you?
I'm going to the lake with my family if the weather holds.
You play a good
It's
bad
supposed to
guy,
rain
Kevin.
like a bastard. A good 2 to 3 inches.
It was good seeing you.
Yeah. I'd give her a good 2 to 3 inches.
Oh,
I mean, I'd give her a good 10 to 12 inches. I'd give her an average but respectable 4 to 5 inches, which is a good thing. Some girls don't like a lot of precipitation. I want those results tomorrow.
awesome, Kevin. I had to show them old clips. I was wondering what you were going to think about them.
That's hilarious.
I know. I loved them, though. I found them on your YouTube channel. But, Kevin, we got an awful delay. You know that? I've been checking everything. I don't know what's causing the delay. Had anybody on the chat? I was looking for somebody to come in on the chat or something, and I hadn't seen anybody. But, man, I was excited, and I got the audiobooks here in the Clover
good.
Forest. Got them here. If I can go to the left or the right.
Excellent.
There's the first one that we did together right here. Is the collection of
Oh yeah.
collection of
I
poetry.
remember that one.
Yeah. And then the Angels, Demons, and Strange Experiences. And it's kind of hard to judge where I'm putting this, but that was good. And
Yeah,
3
I remember
audiobooks
that.
together. Yeah, we worked together,
Yep.
3 audiobooks together, man. I think some of my favorites that you narrated for me was Raven's Call, Where Darkness Looms, In the Face of Darkness. They were some of my favorites, but I can't, say all, all of them. They all were good. You did a wonderful job. Even with some of my writing, I know some of my writing is hard because when I write, sometimes I'll write a poem so I can convert it to a song, or I'll write a song so I can convert it to a poem. So it's, I'm a strange writer like that. I don't know why. But Kevin,
No, it
check
was
this
all
out.
fun. It was all fun to do.
Kevin, check that out.
Yeah, that's good.
I did get that autograph you sent me. I have it down in my. I'm upstairs right now. Usually I'm in my music room, and I'm usually working up there. But I'm upstairs for today. But I did want to get a little interview with you, and chat and talk. Maybe we can, get together on Ghost Kids, that one I'm working on now, and
Sure.
I would love it. I admire your work, Kevin. You're wonderful. I will, I watch it from afar. I love A Christmas Carol when you do the theater presentation of Christmas Carol. I love it.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I won an award for that one. Audiophile Magazine gave me what they call their Earphones Award. I won an award for that production.
It's awesome production. It was really good.
It's a good one.
And your Shakespeare. Is there any Shakespeare quotes or anything from Shakespeare you could kind of talk about right here on the show? I mean, any quotes from Shakespeare or anything like that you could?
It's funny. I just went to see the Chicago Shakespeare Theater just closed a production of Richard III here in Chicago, and it brought back a lot of memories. I had done that show about 10, 11 years ago in Oak Park, and it's such a great show. I would do that one again in a minute. But that's the one that has the beginning of now is the winter of our discontent made glorious summer by this son of York. It's just a fantastic play.
Oh, I'd love to see that. If I ever get down there, I'll tell you, that's dramas and theater and stuff and acting and was stuff I always dabbled with in the past when I was a school kid and stuff. And I dabbled into it. I almost got a shaving commercial in New York City when they were shooting NYPD Blue down there. I was homeless in New York City actually for down there. And I mean, I dabbled in it, but I didn't. Now, as I'm getting older, I reading more Shakespeare and Edgar Allan Poe, and I kind of like that darkness, that stuff that they wrote. But it's where I actually come up with Raven's Call and Where Darkness Looms and stuff like that. Kind of like when I was reading some of their darker stuff. But I would love to do a theater, get into a theater production with you as a walk on, as a stand on, anything. I would love to do that. But I mean, it would take a little time for me to study some Shakespeare.
Yeah,
It's
a lot of fun.
I'd love it. If I ever came to Chicago, man, I'll look you up. Maybe we could get together. I would love it. But I'm sorry. I don't know what the heck, why we're having problems a little bit here, Kevin, with our stuff. I haven't had a problem in a long time, at least 4 or 5 weeks. So I don't know. It's been clear.
It's working out. We worked it out, I hope.
Yeah, I think we're all right with it. So, Kevin, is there anything you remember about the 3 audiobooks that we did together at all?
Oh, it's just so much fun. The thing that I love about working on independent projects like this with authors is it gives a new voice to the work. You know, you have your voice when you write it and when it appears in print, but then when you take it to the audiobook level, it gives it a new voice and a new approach to it so that people can appreciate it on a different level. And so that's why I love doing these projects with especially with authors who write and produce their own stuff, because sometimes they want to do it on their own, which is fine. Some of them are capable of doing that, but I think it makes sense to hire professionals to read your stuff, because we're gonna you know, sort of enhance it a little bit if you give us the chance to read it. So that's why I love doing projects like that.
Yeah, that's what when, you know, with my books, when you narrated them and we did the audiobooks, it brought a whole new life to
Yeah.
it, you know. I mean, I read some of my own poems a little bit, but I mean, when I listen to the audiobooks, my God, it brought them right to life. I mean, you're great at that. I mean, it brought the whole book, the whole audiobook was, I sat down and listened to them, you know, quite a bit. You know, I have a few beers and I'll sit and listen to them. I do, you know, you're just so good at what you do. So it was amazing. I loved it. So what's next coming up for
I
you?
love it. Right now, I'm in the middle of recording all of the Sherlock Holmes stories, the entire Arthur Conan Doyle canon, every single Holmes and Watson story. And right now, the guy I'm recording them with, and my wife, actually, my wife Sarah does the voices too. We're in the middle of the Hound of the Baskervilles right now. And so we have, I think, 3 more books after this, and we're done.
Sounds great, man. I will definitely be checking that out.
So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know, Sherlock Holmes is one of the great ones, one of the greats there. So it'll be awesome. I know you're very busy, Kevin.
There's 9 total collections of books, and we're in the middle of the 5th one right now.
Awesome. I definitely would check that out. But this has been fun. I wanted to get together and do it. I don't know if it's on my side or your side with this internet, but but we definitely should get back together and do a longer form video. Maybe we could you know, do something. Love it. I'm glad I finally got you on here. It was been an honor, Kevin.
You froze up on me for a second there.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
There we
it's
go.
driving me. Yeah, it's
Are you there?
I'm here, but it's driving me crazy. Yeah, I don't know what's doing that. So
just come back.
All right. Well, let's it's been an honor to have you on, Kevin, man. I'm telling you right now, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's on my side or your side, because I had. All right, Kevin, we'll definitely get together. Yeah, we'll get together and do a better. It's cool. I'm just glad to get you on here. Like I said, it's been an honor. I admire your work. And I admire you know, the 3 audiobooks that we did together. So let's do this again, and I'll keep in touch with you. And I love you, my friend, and we'll make this another time. Hopefully we'll have a little bit better, clearer. I got to upgrade. I think that's what my problem is. I got to upgrade it. So, all right, Kevin, it's been good, man.
Yeah,
I love you.
I do too.
All right, I love you, my friend.
But it was really fun. It was great to revisit the poems and stories.
All right, Kev.
A pleasure.
Later. We'll do it again, buddy.
All right. Talk to you soon.